In a story you'll only see on ABC 17 News tonight, an Iberia couple is reaching out to ABC 17 after they've tried to get a pipe fixed that's been oozing water in front of their house for years. ABC 17's Daniel Wynn went to Iberia tonight to see the problem firsthand. And Daniel, it's not really known what's actually bubbling up there.
No, Marissa, but whatever it is, it has a brown, nasty, smelly substance that it's leaving at the end of the Ash's driveway. And her neighbors even had to bring in gravel because it was making their yard a swampy mess. Now, take a look at this watery substance that's bubbling up from the street in front of her house in Iberia. You can see it runs down the street and onto her driveway. Ash tells me this has been going on for some 8 years and nobody seems to care to fix the problem. In the wintertime, it freezes and makes it nearly impossible for her to get to her driveway. Now, she believes there is a broken pipe below the road that could eventually lead to a sinkhole, which could lead to even bigger problems for her neighborhood.
You can tell where it runs by looking at the streaks, and sometimes it's got all this covered.
Now, Ash tells me the water is bubbling up worse, usually in the morning. She tells me she doesn't want to make trouble. She just wants the problem fixed. Now, coming up on ABC 17 News at 10, we have checked in with officials and state officials and find out who will be going to Iberia to look at the problem. Reporting live in the Jefferson City newsroom, Daniel Wynn, ABC 17 News.
In a public health alert tonight, right now some residents in Iberia are under a boil water advisory. Anyone who lives on West Main and Pearl Streets needs to boil their water before using it. This is because of a water leak. Check that this picture out. A viewer sent it to us of that leak on West Main Street. This, of course, though, isn't the first leak in that area. We've been telling you about resident Ruby Ash. She's been struggling with a water leak in her yard for about 8 years. She lives about a block away from the leak on West Main. We're also following up on a story we first told you about earlier this month. An Iberia woman reached out to ABC 17 News after getting nowhere for 8 years as a broken water pipe leaked in her front yard.
ABC 17's Daniel Wynn was back in Iberia tonight, and Daniel Ruby Ash tells you she was amazed it was fixed just weeks after reaching out to our newsroom.
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks since our newsroom started reaching out to local state legislators and the Department of Natural Resources. Now, you might remember earlier this month when we showed you a constant leak on Walnut Street out front of Ash's home. Now, street crews showed up yesterday with the Missouri Rural Water Association officials. They found this pipe broken beneath the pavement. They tell Ash it's estimated to be about 40 years old. We were back in Iberia tonight, and that is what the road looks like today. Ash tells me she is thrilled to walk out her front door and not see water seeping out of the street anymore. And while the gravel is just a temporary fix, Ash tells me she is just happy to have it all behind her, some 8 years in the making.
It feels great. I am proud of everybody that had anything to do with this. I am thankful for them.
So no worrying about ice this winter?
No worrying about ice going to the truck.
Now, Ash went on to tell me the runoff problem that we told you about earlier this month in front of her house and her driveway and her yard, that is also cleared up since the pipe has been fixed. If you have something you'd like us to look into, email us at news@kmiz.com or find us on our ABC 17 News Facebook page.